The closers in this NBA postseason at number 5 right now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He never had a chance to close this postseason.
Exactly, but I'm basing this off of potential. I'm also basing this off the fact that he did not indeed close out the game for the Thunder last night. Now, we're going to look at Joker's stat line, and we're going to praise him for what he did, and people are going to try to use that against Shai when he does win the MVP. But let's not scoff at what Shai did at 6'5", almost getting a double-double or triple-double himself, 32 points on the night. And I don't think he was the issue. The issue was nobody else leaped up with him. Now, if you're going to be that number one option, if you're going to be a guy that guides the Thunder to a championship and remains a perennial contender in this league, I need to see you have a better control on the game. I need to see you have a better finger on the pulse and be a better closer. That wouldn't happen on Jalen Brunson watch. That's all I'm going to say. Shai, I want to see more out of you. That's why he's 5 on the top 5 closer list.
Number 4.
Number 4, this one is also based more on potential because we haven't seen it, but I saw it a bit last year, and I know we're going to see it when it matters most this year, including tonight. Anthony Edwards. Now, the issue with Ant-Man is he is so threatening to the defense that they keep trapping the ball out of his hands, and they won't even give him a shot to be that guy. And he doesn't have a good enough secondary playmaker for him to get it back in pivotal moments. Instead, they're just running 4-on-3, and it's working out because Julius Randle is good enough at putting pressure on the rim. And then, of course, if you got the Lakers absolutely leaving Rudy Gobert wide open at the rim, then why not let him get 27 points and 24 boards? Like, it makes sense. But Ant-Man has the mindset. He has the scoring capability, and he is the most athletic player on the court. Every time he steps on the court, he is a top 5 closer in this playoffs.
Number 3.
Number 3 is Steph Curry. People are trying to rain on Steph Curry because he was quote-unquote front-running. Most of his big buckets in Game 7 against the Rockets happened when they were up by double digits. Ask the Thunder and the Celtics today if they could have used a guy like Steph Curry that kept extending the lead instead of sitting on it and allowing the other team to chip away. Curry is a consistent closer. He is a very, very stabilizing force for that Warriors offense. And as much as Jimmy Butler was that guy for the Heat, they're going to need Curry to be that dude for the Warriors, especially in this series. It's going to be very tough. The Rockets defense was tenacious. The Wolves ain't going to let up at all. But I do think that Curry, his ability to shoot and his ability to create spacing disadvantage for the defense, the amount of attention you have to pay to him, he's a top 5 closer in this league. He's right there at number 3 above Ant-Man.
Yeah, I mean, closer, by definition, it's stolen from the game of baseball, and you use your closer when you're winning because you want to finish the game on top. I feel like if you were using clutch, all right, open for more interpretation, but closer is more wide-ranging. Like you said, turning a 11-point lead into a 14-point lead, that's a pretty big deal down the stretch.
And that's what I mean by this, too, because when you look at this list, I'm talking about guys that close it out, but also it's guys you can rely on to do it night in and night out. When they have the ball in their hands and the game is close late, especially if they're up, you are concerned. You're like, hey, he can't do it. We want him to get the ball out of his hands. Hey, you want to know one guy that's going to be missing from this list, C-Cat?
Who?
That people are not concerned when he's touching the ball late?
Who?
Jason Tatum. They don't got a closer on the Celtics. That's going to come back and bite them. Here's number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2 on this list is Nikola Jokic. Now, I fought with myself internally, debating between 1 and 2 on this list. And to any NBA fan and anybody that's been paying attention to these playoffs, you can already assume who's number 1. But the issue with Joker is he is just such a mismatch advantage for the Nuggets. He changes the math in a way for the Nuggets in such a severe way because if you defend them with the big, especially if it's in a pick and pop scenario with Jamal Murray, you can't leave him open at the top of the arc. The Thunder did it a few times and it helped them, and then late in the game, Joker made it when it mattered most. That's closing. That's being clutch. It's also his passing, his rebounding, his ability to always make the smart basketball play. Nikola Jokic is a guy that I would want on my side when the game is late and it is tight, and I would be absolutely fearful if he was on the other. He's like basketball AI. He always does the right thing.
Yeah, watching the final 4 minutes of last night's Game 1 win for the Nuggets, just get the ball in his hands. He'll seek out that mismatch and take advantage of that mismatch.
So forceful, too. Like Chet Holmgren, we're going to really see what you made out of. Because you got to be embarrassed. You got to be absolutely floored by what happened last night. Not just you coming up short at the free throw line when Joker wasn't putting his shoulder in your chest, but also getting posterized, getting the game winner hit on you, and being on the butt end of a lot of defensive possessions that ended poorly when you're supposed to be that guy.
Number 1.
Best closer in the league in these NBA playoffs. I might be a hater, but I ain't a liar. I might not enjoy watching this dude play all the time or the New York Knicks, but Jalen Brunson's the best closer right now, and it's not even really that close to me. He's just so good. We're talking most valuable player. Imagine the Knicks without Brunson.
Ooh. I do not want to watch any of their games.
Imagine if they didn't have that guy to go to, not just late in games, but throughout the game in general. He is so integral to what they do offensively. He's not that much of a liability on defense. And it's his poise, it's his pace, it's his ability to get his own shot off. I am growing day by day more and more respect for Brunson's game. You remember how we started this thing off just about a week and a half ago. I was clowning the dude. He was foul baiting too much. I have a newfound respect for what he's doing. What he was able to do against the Celtics last night, I think he's the best player in that series. Just like at the end of the day, he proved to be the best player in the Pistons-Knicks series. And I think in the Pistons series, though, that had more to do with the Pistons not being ready for the moment, and they came up short. Right now, it feels like Brunson is coming for the heart of the Celtics, and we know it's a very vulnerable heart at that. Top 5 Tuesday, my top 5 closers in the NBA playoffs. It is brought to you by
ESPN West Palm.
ESPN West Palm, baby. Again, I'll run through the list again. Number 1, Brunson. 2, Joker. 3, Curry. 4, Ant-Man. And number 5, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.